Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel Invitation to English with teacher Nureddin. These series of videos are directed to BAC students who want to get well prepared for their BAC exams. In this second video, we're going to practice the use of gerund and infinitive to check our understanding of the lesson. So let's get started. A. Choose the correct choice. Number 1. He spent his time in Las Vegas. The choices are to sightsee, sightseeing, sightsee, or going to sightsee. The verb that controls the sentence here is spent, which is verb to spend, and verb to spend is followed by gerund. So the correct choice here is sightseeing. Number 2. Celebrity has both advantages and disadvantages. The choices are be, to be, been, and being. This place is the place of the subjects, and we've seen before that gerund can be a subject or object of a sentence. So the correct choice here is being with capital letter because it's at the beginning of the sentence. Number 3. I couldn't concentrate on my work because my brother kept me with his silly questions. The choices are to bother, bother, bothering, bothered. The verb that controls the sentence here is kept, which is verb to keep, and verb to keep is followed by gerund, so the correct choice here is bothering. Number 4. Although he didn't have much money left, he insisted everybody drink. The choices are buy-in, to buy, about buy-in, on buy-in. The verb that controls the sentence here is insisted, which is verb to insist, and verb to insist is always followed by the preposition on, and insist on is followed by gerund, so the correct choice here is on buy-in. Number 5. It was wrong of you, her the way you did. You caused her a lot of embarrassment. So the choices here are to insult, insult, insulting, insulted. The word that controls the sentence here is the adjective wrong, and the adjective wrong is followed by infinitive with to. So we say it was wrong of you to insult her the way you did. B. Put the following verbs in brackets in the infinitive or gerund. Number 1, exclude women from the political scene is a hindrance to women empowerment. So this place is the place of the subject, and we've seen before that gerund can be the subject or object of a sentence. So the correct form here is excluding gerund. But remember that when we want to add ing to verbs ending with the E, we delete the E before adding ing. Number 2, I'm looking forward to see you in Paris soon. So the verb look with the adverb forward and the preposition to is always followed by gerund. So we say here, I'm looking forward to seeing you in Paris. Remember that verbs ending with double E, we just add ing with no change. Number 3, thank you for devote some of your time to our association. So the verb thank and the preposition for is followed by gerund. So we say thank you for devoting gerund some of your time to our association. Remember that verbs ending with E, we omit or we delete the E before adding ing. Number 4, I like keep all my credit card receipts just in case the bank makes a mistake. So, like here is a verb which is followed by an infinitive with to and gerund. But the meaning here or the concept here is that the action is done all the time. So the gerund here is the best choice. So I like keeping all my credit card receipts just in case the bank makes a mistake. Number 5. What would you like do next weekend? So like here is a verb that accepts gerund and infinitive with to, but here we are just talking about a certain period of time, which is next weekend. So the correct form here is an infinitive with to. What would you like to do next weekend? Number 6. On my way to work, I usually stop, pick up hitchhikers, whatever they look like. So stop here is a verb that accepts both gerund and infinitive with to, but here we stop for a certain purpose. So the correct choice here is an infinitive with the to. I usually stop to pick up hitchhikers, whatever they look like. Number 7. Have a cigarette. Sorry, I don't smoke anymore. I stopped smoke about 2 months ago. So stop here is a verb that accepts both gerund and infinitive with to, but the concept here is that the action is done all the time. So the correct form here is gerund. I stopped smoking about 2 months ago. Just remember that verbs ending with e, we delete the e before adding ing. Number 8. After working continuously for 4 hours, we stopped have a meal. So stop here is a verb that accepts both gerund and infinitive with the to, but here we stopped for a certain purpose, which is to have a meal. So the correct choice here is infinitive with to. We stopped to have a meal. Number 9. When I need to remember do something important, I tie a knot in my handkerchief so that I won't forget. So remember here is a verb which is followed by gerund and infinitive with to, but here the action is done for a certain purpose, and the correct choice here is an infinitive with to. When I need to remember to do something important, I tie a knot in my handkerchief so that I won't forget. Number 10. Would you prefer stay at home tonight or go out? So prefer is a verb which accepts both gerund and infinitive with to, but here we are talking only about certain period of time, which is tonight. So the correct form here is infinitive with to. Would you prefer to stay at home tonight or go out? So the form that is applied on the first verb is applied on the second verb, but without repeating to. Why? Because we have here the 11. Which city in your country would you recommend visit? So recommend is a verb which is followed by gerund. So the correct form here is visiting. Number 12. Do you remember live in this village when you were a child? Remember here is a verb that accepts gerund and infinitive with to, but the concept here is that the action is done all the time. So the correct form here is gerund. Do you remember living? Remember that verbs ending with e, we delete the e before adding ing. Number 13. Please don't forget book a table for 6 people in the restaurant for tomorrow. So please, forget here is a verb that accepts both gerund and infinitive with to, but here we are talking only about certain period of time, which is tomorrow. So the correct form here is infinitive with to. Please don't forget to book a table for 2 people. Oh, I'm sorry, for 6 people in the restaurant for tomorrow. 14. I never get this report finished if you keep interrupt me. So keep here is a verb which is always followed by gerund. So the correct form here is interrupting gerund. I'm bored with do the same thing all the time. I need a change badly. So the adjective bored and the preposition with is followed by gerund. So we can see here I'm bored with doing the same thing all the time. Number 16. I'll never forget tell my first lie. It was about 20 years ago. Forget here is a verb which accepts both gerund and infinitive with to, but this is done all the time, so we accept gerund here. I'll never forget telling my first lie. Number 17, if you don't take your job seriously, you risk get sacked. The boss said. So risk is a verb which is always followed by gerund. So we say here, if you don't take your job seriously, you risk getting sacked, the boss said. Remember that verbs of one syllable, which end with a consonant preceded by a vowel, we double the last consonant before adding ing. So get here is with double T and then ing. Number 18, would you mind repeat that? I didn't really catch what you said. So mind here is a verb which is always followed by gerund. So we say here, would you mind repeating that? Number 19, work for the benefit of my community is something I like. So this place is the place of the subject. And we've seen before that gerund can be a subject or object of a sentence. So working here for the benefit of my community is the correct choice. Number 20. It's no use talk to her. You'll just waste your time. She never listens. So the idiomatic phrase "it's no use" is followed by gerund. So the correct form here is "it's no use talking to her. You'll just waste your time. She never listens." Now C. Rewrite the following sentences as indicated using the gerund or the infinitive. Number 1. No, I won't help you with your homework, Jack's father said. So we need to rewrite this sentence starting with Jack's father flatly refused. So verb to refuse is followed by an infinitive with to, and the verb that we need here is help. So we can say Jack's father flatly refused to help Jack with his homework. Number 2, as I didn't know what to do, I went to look for somebody to help me. So we need to start this sentence with not knowing. So not knowing what to do, I went to look for somebody to help me. So know here is followed by infinitive with to, by the way. Number 3, 6 people were killed in an accident. A teenage driver was responsible. We need to rewrite this sentence starting with the teenage driver was responsible for. Responsible for is followed by gerund. The verb that we need is killed. So we can say a teenage driver was responsible for killing 6 people in an accident. Number 4, I'm sorry I treated you that way in front of your friends. It was rude of me. We need to rewrite this sentence with I regret. So regret is followed by gerund. The verb that we need is treated. So we can say, I regretted treating you that way in front of your friends. It was rude of me. Number 5. I'm awfully sorry I called you so late. Forgive me for. So forgive, which is a verb plus preposition for, is followed by gerund. So we can say, forgive me for calling you so late. The verb that is needed is call here. Number 6, I find it difficult to drive in the rain. We need to rewrite this sentence starting with the I'm not good at. So the adjective good at is followed by gerund. The verb that we need is drive, so we can say I'm not good at driving in the rain. Number 7, don't forget to buy some tea when you go shopping, mother said. We need to rewrite this sentence with please remember. Remember accepts both gerund and infinitive with to, but here for a certain period of time, which is just when you go shopping. So the correct choice is infinitive with to. The verb that we need is buy. So we say, please remember to buy some tea when you go shopping. Number 8, we never talk about politics at home. we need to rewrite this sentence starting with my family always avoids. Avoid is a verb which is followed by gerund. The verb that we need is talk. So we say, my family always avoids talking about politics at home. Number 9, I don't like people who smoke in public places. We need to rewrite this sentence starting with I don't approve of, and approve of is followed by gerund. We can say I don't approve of people smoking in public places. So the verb that is needed here is smoke. Number 10, this play is boring. It's not worth seeing at all. We need to rewrite this sentence starting with I don't want you to. I don't want here is followed by an infinitive with to. The verb that we need is seeing. So we can say I don't want you to see this play because it's boring or as it's boring. Number 11, the Prime Minister submitted his resignation to the king because he was accused of dishonesty. We need to rewrite this sentence starting with accused of dishonesty, the Prime Minister decided. And decided is a verb which is followed by an infinitive with to, which is verb to decide. So the verb that we need here is submitted. So we can say accused of dishonesty, the Prime Minister decided to submit his resignation to the king here. Number 12, I'll help you do the washing up, mom. I promise. We need to rewrite this sentence starting with she promised her mother. So promise is followed by an infinitive with to. So we can say here she promised to help her mother do the washing up. The verb that is needed here is help. 13. I really liked the bunch of flowers you sent me for my birthday. We need to rewrite this sentence starting with it was kind of you. And the adjective kind of is followed by infinitive with to. The verb that is needed is sent. So in the infinitive with to, so we can say it was kind of you to send me the bunch of flowers for my birthday. Well, that's it for now. I hope you've benefited from these practice activities to well master the use of gerund and infinitive. Don't forget to watch the third video about how to add ing to the verb. Don't also forget to like the video and subscribe to make such work reach your friends and other students. Good luck and goodbye.